I will press ready again. As a treat, I suppose.
I don't have a target.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Or are you looking for something a little hotter? Show him what we got on
Debuffs.
tap, Eldryan!
Out of range. It's too far away.
Debuffs.
You're driving away my paying customers.
And that was a really clean first pull. Holy fuck. Kinda played out of my mind for that one.
It's too far away.
AoE. Dance.
I need to get closer.
AoE.
I'm out of range.
Dance.
Too far away.
AoE. Dance. AoE. Dance. AoE. Debuffs. Dance. AoE. Debuffs.
I need to get closer.
It's to be a bar fight then. Good.
Avoid.
Goes down smooth.
Frontal.
Break it off.
Avoid.
Goes down smooth.
Frontal. Avoid.
Goes down smooth.
Frontal. Intermission.
For happy hour.
Another one.
I guess I don't really need Wraith Walk if I'm not planning to do the skip,
Intermission over.
but it's kind of nice, I guess, you know?
Break it up.
Avoid. Frontal.
Break it up.
Avoid.
Goes down smooth.
I guess I've been converted from a Wraith Walk hater at this point, huh?
I'm still a Wraith Walk hater.
It's just too important for blood anyways.
I just think having to pay the price of not being able to press your buttons is wild.
I think, okay, if you're using it in like a fight where you could be getting uptime, yeah, it's cringe. I think that's where Death's Advance is for.
Intermission
I think
over.
what makes Wraith Walk like good for blood is using it to like stay ahead of your party for like pulls and like being able to kite and shit like that. It's actually really helpful.
Frontal.
Like I don't like using it in combat when I could be getting uptime for sure.
Yeah.
But
Well, like as a DPS, I'm just like, I don't know. I'd rather just press Death's Advance like ever, right?
Avoid.
yeah, a lot of times I like to use Death's Advance though to stay in place when a knockback would get me. Because I need to, otherwise my DPS will... The more I move things around, the more obnoxious it is for my damage dealers, you know?
Avoid.
Goes down smooth.
Eldria, you are such a silly boss.
Frontal.
The worst part of Eldria is like the very end. Can't skip pops.
Are you here to help? My zeal to get back in business led to faulty reasoning.
I'm out of range.
Your pal here signed some papers he didn't read. And now Goldie Baronbottom is
Totem.
CEO of this joint.
Charge. Totem.
Help me, please get my memory back, Outlander.
Totem. Charge.
Need to get
Totem.
What this pulls for.
Totem. Charge. Charge.
too far away. Out of range.
Totem.
I need to get closer.
Charge.
little bit of mana.
Oh no, my stills! They bypass the filters! It's running too hot! The mead will be
Totem.
substandard!
Yeah, but there'll be more of it. More meat, more money. That's good business.
Ugh. Cinderbrew was my personal directive, my passion! She's ruining everything!
Charge. Totem.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Charge.
Need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Charge. Charge.
Bum, 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 bum.
Charge.
I think I do need to change my route in Cinderbrew to include the bank pull first. I do think lusting the double hop is probably the play. I could probably pull in a extra pack as well whenever things were a little safe.
Charge.
It's too far away. I need to target something.
An elemental made of mead? Oh, my Cinderbrew! The Rubians are one thing, but I cannot process this.
AoE and dance.
An elemental made of mead?
Debuffs.
Oh, my Cinderbrew!
AoE and dance. Debuffs. AoE and dance.
out to the Raptors. #1 target of my Death and Decay.
Death and Decay, rest in peace. May it live
Debuffs.
on in the sky.
Yeah. Up there in the clouds. It's crazy that we now know Death and Decay goes to heaven instead of staying on Earth where I need it.
AoE and dance. Debuffs. AoE and dance.
Hey! That meat elemental took months of R&D! You goody-goodies don't know who you're dealing with! You do any more damage, and I'll cash you out, you hear me?
AoE. Run out.
Get closer.
AoE.
I'm out of range.
Run out.
It's too far away.
AoE. Run out. AoE. Run out. AoE.
Get closer.
Run out.
Too far away.
AoE.
I'm out of range. It's too far away. Out of range.
AoE.
Not even close. Nothing that ever happens to the Kennedys, etc.
Wish you had lasted a little longer.
Run out.
It's too far away.
That
AoE.
was 51st.
Run out.
I'm out of range.
AoE.
Target.
My bees! You put them in cages? They should be free gathering pollen in the forest.
We had to lock up your bees. Letting them be free range was too much labor.
Time to bust out my bees!
Ants. AoE.
My bees!
Run out.
Hot honey coming at ya! Flap
AoE.
those wings, darling! Burn so
AoE.
sweet!
Run out. Ants.
Eating time!
That didn't feel as bad as I expected at all.
What?
Pulling the trash before bank on the bank with lust.
Get
AoE.
those wings popping!
Yeah, I mean, if that's where you're trying your lust, right? That should be fine.
Because it also
Like
would
that-
open you up to
those
use
trash-
an ability usually. Not in this key,
Yeah.
but usually.
Burn so sweet!
Because, like, that trash isn't particularly dangerous. It's only, like, 3 mobs that really live
Ants.
for, like, an extended period of time, right?
Those wings, darling!
The one harvester and
Honey
the...
coming at ya!
There's, like, one harvester, one wrangler, and one of the volley guys.
Yeah.
Burn so sweet!
No.
Get
AoE.
those wings popping!
Game, please stop putting me on the bee.
Ants.
Best for my bees! Hot honey coming at ya!
I keep trying to move my fucking camera and I end up on a cinder bee, dude.
Flap
AoE.
those wings, darling! Burn so sweet!
Ants.
Eating time! Hot honey coming at ya! Get
AoE.
those wings popping! Burn so sweet! Got
Ants.
snacks for ya! Hot honey coming at ya! Flap
AoE.
those wings, darling! Burn so sweet! Get
AoE.
those wings popping! The bay now!
Ants.
Best for my bees! Hot honey coming at ya! Burn so sweet! Flap
AoE.
those wings, darling! Hot
to make a beeline to Goldie's office. Come back to the taps to use them.
Hey! You're really trying to be a bee in my bonnet, ain't ya? You may have disrupted my business, but I'm still boss, and this is still my matery!
Hmm. All by myself. I felt like I could have gotten that a lot pretty easily. I think I just have to accept that I'm not skipping the hops. There's a way to do it, for sure, don't get me wrong. But I think I should just pull, and until I have like a mage in comms, I just have to like properly set up my route for it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Sup, Laps?
Hello?
Yo, yo.
There we go. I turned on your stream,
5,
and I
4,
needed a clarification. I plugged in my
2,
headphones for this moment.
1.
Okay.
Did this paladin say he can't use pop or lay on hands because it's a DPS loss?
Well, no, he said he's having to use it too much, and it's causing him to lose DPS.
That makes no sense.
Like, he's
it's
using
like a
it...
3-minute CD.
He's using it correctly, and, like, the healer appreciates that, but he feels like he's having to use it a bit too much, and it's causing him to lose globals in his first window.
Or are you looking for something a little hot?
I mean, semi-fair, but one is a 5-minute cooldown. What? That's just insane to me.
No, I get that.
Especially when your name is I Pop Hot Girls.
Well, I mean, yeah, we are hot girls considering how often we got popped, according to him. How long have you been watching that stream?
I literally just turned it on and I saw him say that, and it just like brought out something from inside me.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's poetic.
I didn't go to bed till like 7:30 in the morning and
Also
then
kind of
slept
true
for 3
for me.
hours. And I feel like shit.
Boy, can't a dishonest barkeep make a living?
I realized that I don't have chat open. I thought that this multi-stream view thing included chat. It does not. So there's just, I don't know if anyone's been ignored.
Dance.
Probably not. If history is anything to go off of.
If you have OBS open, there's like a, it might be under like.
Well, it's because I'm
tools
doing
or
it for
docs or
Twitch and
something.
YouTube, so I have to use like the multi-stream thing.
Multi-stream, no, that's what I'm saying. There's probably a plugin, but I don't think so actually.
You could also just open your Twitch dashboard and have like the actual web page open.
Well, no, there is a multi-chat thing. It was covered up by my notifications for like follows and shit, and then I went to try and like make it so I could see it, and I accidentally closed it before this key. So,
Big.
like it exists.
You're never
I
gonna
know
be a
it
streamer
does.
with this attitude.
Yeah, for real.
My parry whirl.
Oh, fuck.
AoE. Dance.
I don't want to overlap these guys. It would be troll as fuck of me, I feel.
Is this a resilient key?
It is.
Debuffs. Debuffs.
See, this is what he just bopped the priest, didn't he? Did he just try to bop off a dot?
It's to be a bar fight, Dad. Good.
Probably.
Well,
Avoid.
Goes down smooth.
brother.
Frontal.
Break it off.
Hate that they make this man's do like a burp sound.
Oh, I'm so glad I've never heard that.
Avoid.
Goes down smooth.
Oh, that's a bubble, not a wave.
Frontal.
Are you doing keys, Kaze?
No, I'm playing Grand Loop. Getting wrecked by a boss. I didn't realize he was gonna be 12 levels above me and like 20 levels above the rest of my party.
I kind of like having Lil Polly hunt.
Frontal.
I gotta see the damage breakdown after this boss.
Break it off.
Avoid.
Do you have audio on, or are you just like talking to yourself, talking and hearing nothing?
No, I turned off the audio.
Intermission.
Happy hour.
But he doesn't even want to hear the echoes.
Yeah, it's triggering.
Where's my drink?
I don't want to hear my voice either. I feel bad for you having to hear my voice. Why would I want to hear it?
Intermission
Damn.
over.
It's the fucking self-conscious gambit.
Avoid. Frontal.
I did a 14 load on my Resto Druid last night, and I learned that it's possible to pull Mother Load so slowly and sit on one mob for so long that you don't time the key.
Yeah. Especially in Motherload, that checks out. Like,
Frontal.
Motherload is kind of
The
built for big
timer
chain
is
pools.
so free, yeah. And that happened. To be fair, there were two things that kind of got scuffed. One was a rogue dying to a mine as we got to the last boss with the fucking
Keep 'em coming.
war machines, and then he released instead of like letting us B-res him, and then he died running up again. So that was like 2 deaths.
Huge, huge.
Intermission over.
And then people started cutting down the stairs instead of the tank like bringing the fucking war machines away from the stairs. And 2 people died to line of sight, so that's gaming.
That's also
And
pretty
then on the boss, our tank didn't use the safe spot and was just like moving for micro missiles. So the mage alter timed where the tank was when he got homing missile, alter timed back, and got sniped by micro missiles. It was pretty fucking epic.
Avoid.
Goes down smooth.
I used my ping button and nothing. It didn't.
I
do
feel like,
anything.
okay, I don't think that there's anything wrong with the tank doing the fight normally, and like letting the melee follow, and then the range just chilling in the safe spot.
I
like,
found it a Sorry, finish your thought.
They have to actually use the spot, and it has to be like set up right.
Yeah, it annoyed me before because I was like, this just makes it easier to just stand there. But after it caused an issue on micro missiles, I was like, okay, you're a fucking idiot. Like, just stand on the safe spot. Like, I don't know. When somebody died to that overlap because they were the one targeted, like, fuck you. Just stand on the grate. I don't know. It's so stupid.
Run out.
I don't have a target.
Nobody wants to wait for me to grab the engineering thing anymore. It makes me sad.
Are you making sure to tell them you've got NG?
No, because if people just like spam ping the group and then they run ahead, which isn't a huge issue on lower keys, but like it has a cast time to pick it up and everything, which is like not that long, but it's long enough to like allow enough separation for me and the tank to where I just like, don't anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. He says, IMO weight lust. What is he saying? Does he not want to lust the double hops?
Does he want you to wait to pull or list? I don't like this paladin.
Yeah, like this guy, the thing that gets me about people like this is it's like, bro, the reason people don't do what you want is because you communicate it weirdly as hell. Weight lust, like weight for lust and weight lust are very different.
He probably wanted to have lust on pull for his fucking ramp or some shit, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like, I wasn't even planning to pull the things onto the hops anyways.
Yeah.
Like I'm not looking to make the hobgoblin pull more awkward.
Bypass the filters! It's running too hot! the mead will be substandard.
Yeah, but there'll be more of it. More meat, more money. That's
Yeah, Mike,
good
I understand how pulling without lust works.
No.
We're in at 16.
Cinderbrew was my personal directive, my passion. She's ruining everything.
I'm surprised that little drop over there didn't pull.
Totem. Charge.
Isn't Michael Jordan who is the really fast runner?
No.
What? He's a baseball player.
Charge.
And that's not a really fast runner?
No, I don't know who you're thinking of. You mean
You're
Usain
thinking
Bolt
of
or
Usain
somebody
Bolt.
different?
Yeah, probably Usain Bolt. I don't know. I guess I kind of mentally, like, put
Yo.
baseball players in the same category as
Yeah,
fast runners.
Michael Jordan's a basketball player, but he tried to play baseball and was like shit. So I was just making a joke.
Damn. So he's
Also,
the opposite
haven't
of
you
a very
seen,
fast runner.
what's that fucking
Charge.
movie? Oh, Space Jam.
I've seen part of it.
Fucking Zoomers, man.
Yeah, it's just the parts that I see on Rule 34, really.
Oh my god.
Something about a bunny? Rabbit?
Is he still telling you how to pull?
Charge.
No less, so go small.
I need to get to this.
Charge.
You want to hear one of the, like, firstest of world problems?
Let's hear it.
I'm starting to hit the IO, right? Where people think I have resilient keys, but I don't.
Charge.
Oh yeah.
And it's, like, been kind of getting on my nerves.
It's that 17 inflated you.
Yeah. Which actually goes
I
back to
should've
the Rule
bricked it.
34 conversation. Now that you mentioned inflation.
Huh?
Yeah, you mentioned inflation, so now we're back to the Rule 34 thing.
Oh god.
I got you, bro.
I wish I didn't clarify. Or ask for clarification.
Elemental? Made
Damn,
of
was I not
mead?
quick enough?
Oh, my
Or slow enough?
Cinderbrew.
My bad. My bad, Clea.
Ruby
I meant to let you get some drink in.
I cannot process this.
That's probably enough
AoE and dance.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no reason to not let them have a drink at the start of the fight, you know?
They could have Mel. No, Mel was on CD. Just kidding.
Debuffs.
I gotta say, it was really good of God to, like, create the universe in, like, a YouTube Shorts format.
AoE and dance.
Huh?
Well, like, think about it, right? There's all of this time of creation, or all of this time in, like, history. Billions and billions of years. But he went with, like, the universal timescale equivalent of a YouTube short and was like, we'll just do it in a week.
Well, it's only been like what 3,000 years, so I don't know.
Debuffs.
About.
Well, no.
I worked with somebody
This sure
who
is a
unironically.
conversation I'm listening to.
I'm just kidding. Isn't that the like biblical theory? Is the world's like 3,000 years old? I worked with somebody who unironically did not believe in evolution. And we were having a conversation and I was just like super confused about what she was talking about. And then there was like a moment 10 or 15 minutes into our conversation where I had to like stop and clarify and be like, wait, do you not believe in evolution? And she did not. I was fucking shocked. It was the first person I had ever met in person who did not believe in evolution.
My like teachers in like high school and shit, they had to like they had to like giga preface anytime that they spoke about evolution.
That's some South shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the South Carolina way. You gotta, if you want to talk about science, you gotta make sure that God's represented. Isn't there someone
Well,
you
it's
forgot
funny
to ask?
I went to a religious high school, and that was not an issue for us.
Where'd you go? Like state-wise, I mean.
In California.
Oh, California's kind of different though, I feel.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I was gonna say I went to school in California, so it was different, but
Like California, it's like, yeah, we believe in
I think-
God. We wanna talk about how his thing exists in relation to evolution a lot of times.
yeah, I think you couldn't get away with that in California in most schools. Maybe like weird, like
Hi, Justin.
weird, like
AoE and dance.
bumfuck towns
Hey, man.
Yeah.
in the valley in SoCal.
We love the valley.
Yeah, with all the white supremacist groups.
Exactly. I actually lived in Bakersfield.
Oh
I
boy,
lived in
now I'm
Bakersfield
getting demonetized.
Oh shit! Did you really live in Bakersfield?
That meat elemental
for 6 months, yeah.
took months of R&D.
Oh damn.
You goody goodies don't
For
know
work
during
who
COVID.
or-
you're dealing
Oh,
with.
that sounds. At least you didn't have to go outside.
Damage, and I'll
We
kiss
did because my
you
girlfriend was going to nursing school during COVID.
The
It
only
was
time
fantastic.
I've been to Bakersfield was for work,
Too far away.
and because like the In and Out is over there when you drive to SoCal, even though it's not Bakersfield, but it's close.
I still think it's funny that it's basically just this is a
AoE.
town of nothing in it that is a lot like Texas.
Yeah,
Run out.
with a lot
Like
of
that.
meth, probably.
Literally me. The meth part, anyways.
So Texas.
Yeah. Oh, is meth big in Texas? I didn't know that.
Oh, I have no idea. I
Everything's
just like
bigger in
fuck
Texas.
I thought it was just freedom.
True.
Yeah, the freedom to
Freedom.
take
The only
meth.
thing small in Texas is income tax. All right.
Run
That's
out.
true.
And ego.
And heating in winter.
Yeah, true. And accountability.
And Greg Abbott's
Yeah, he's a
penis.
AoE.
Sorry.
There's a lot of small. There's
And-
a lot of
and
small
his
things in
height.
Texas.
Run out.
Here, we're
Like-
gonna do this.
I generally wonder, like, the effects of your state is now known for being like a shithole because your governor decided to leave in the middle of a like crisis winter.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. People think California's a shithole too.
I mean, for the most part, it kind of is.
Yeah, I think it depends where you live. My
It's, to me, it's just
I
the fact
ran
that there's
it.
South Carolinians who sit there and talk shit about California, and it's like, buddy, you can't even get good Medicaid here.
I think the shithole part of California, for the most part, is like the cost of living and housing situation. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
no,
I
but-
wanted to ask. Sorry, go ahead, Rosen.
No, you first.
I was wanted to ask people in the guild how much their gas is, because I had to pay $5.70 the other day.
Mine's like 280.
Jesus fucking Christ. What is it for you, Drowsin?
Like 570.
Yeah, I
But
live in
I
This
also have to
random lady. Sorry, go ahead.
I live in South Carolina.
have to buy
I'm gonna have half of your prices pretty much.
Yeah.
I also
I don't
have
know
to
what
buy.
gas costs here.
Yeah, I have to buy premium too. Which is like why it was a bit more expensive. Yeah, I was pumping my gas. I was in a rush because my dumbass didn't get enough gas to like drive to school and back, and the gas station by school is hella expensive. And this lady goes,
Need premium.
To lock up your bees. Letting them be
wait,
free
what? Say
range
that
is
again?
too much labor.
What do you drive that you need premium?
And their anger and frustration
WRX.
just makes their honey
Oh, okay, so you're in the same boat I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
this
this
lady
lady-
started complaining about how Gavin Newsom was fucking the gas prices, and I was like, lady, I'm pretty sure we voted voted for the gas tax when he wasn't even in office. Like,
We voted to get rid of it, and we decided to keep it.
Run out.
Like, it was up for vote. I'm pretty sure I voted to keep it, I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
I voted to get rid of it because I was just like, it literally, I don't see it.
Well, that's my problem is I don't have an issue with taxes if the money is being allocated properly into things that are like relevant and
Same.
important. But like,
My whole thing is, I would not care about like a 50% like overall, like let's say income tax, 50%, everyone gets half their money taken away. If everything was covered, so
Yeah.
school, medical, etc., like
Lol,
sure,
no.
it makes sense.
yeah. I was talking to
Never having to
people.
worry about shit like that. But
Yeah, that would be huge. I mean, considering how much of their income most people spend on like medical shit.
yeah,
I feel like you should be able to go to like your county, state, whatever town website and see like how money is
the
allocated.
budgets.
Yeah.
Ads.
Like
You
people
mean
are
that thing
fighting
that
over
Australia
water
has?
usage in my town. Oh, is that a thing in Australia?
Uh-huh.
I don't even know.
They have a public reporting of the entire spending,
Yeah.
like down to like the Minnesota. I can't speak. But you know what I mean.
Realities.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for translating.
I gave up after a while.
It's fine. The word that gets me the most in consistently, it's not consistency, but rural. I don't know why. Like my mouth just does not like forming.
That's
that
why you
word.
gotta
many Rs.
pronounce. You gotta give it the Moonguard special and pronounce it row or row.
That's even worse.
Yeah, but
I didn't
but
like
like
that one.
all I'm saying is, no one will struggle to tell who you are in a crowd.
But they might struggle to know what the fuck you're saying.
Maybe the first time.
Ads.
I used to pronounce Yasuo in League of Legends as Yasuo.
Some people still pronounce it that way.
I mean,
The
I do,
easiest
but
way
for
to-
like a meme with my friends.
The easiest way to win that and get around it is just not to play LOL.
That's true.
And then you wouldn't have to worry about it.
I mean, I don't worry
It's
about
okay.
it.
It's just how there's arguments over how to fucking pronounce Zoe now.
You know, there's other arguments
Like-
about Zoe that I don't want to get into right now.
Oh,
Are you
absolutely.
bringing up Rule 34 again?
I would
Nope.
never.
No, I would never stay anywhere near that with a fucking 5 million mile pole. Like, goddamn. For context lapse, that character is one of those fake children.
Yep.
Is the best way to describe it.
I'm making fun
Okay.
of Peter
I did not
Files
know
here.
this.
AoE.
It's one of those. It's one of those. But she's actually a 1,000-billion-year-old vampire situations. Which, like, okay. I guess on the topic of that trope, okay. I kind of feel bad for people who write that without like sexualizing it, and then other people are like, "Oh, but it's okay now to sexualize the character because they're 1,000."
No, but
I mean, at this point, if you write a character like that, you probably know what's gonna happen. But I understand, like, it, yeah.
Well, okay. Sure, you know what's gonna happen if you're on, like, the fucking internet. But, like,
I mean,
let's assume that they're not, like, Redditors.
Unless they're like Omega boomers, they have to be aware of the fact that, like, I mean, I would say, like, I imagine that Overwatch, like, made people aware of, like,
I mean,
people just making porn out of video game characters.
well, look, even let's take away like the other foreign concept like like anime from the equation kind of thing. Like that still exists in media. Like
Avoid.
Sure,
Avoid.
I agree.
Avoid.
I do also think
Avoid.
that, like, there's a thing of not everyone is terminally online enough to know what Rule 34 means. Since it's on the mind. If you don't know what that means,
Avoid.
you're probably
Avoid.
not writing characters assuming that that there's gonna be a fucking compendium made of them. In SFW images, you know?
Yep.
Like, I feel bad for the writer in that case, because if you're not, like, you know, if you're not aware of what it is, if you're not savvy with the internet too much, I mean, even if you were, like, for example, let's say you're just, like, an author who doesn't use the internet much, you get published a standard way, and now all of a sudden there's just, like, hentai being made, and it's like, well, uh-oh.
oh yeah, it's like it's one of those things that like the stories aren't like on their own not always bad because like it does raise the valid concern of like, you know, if vampires were a thing, what happens if you turn a child? Like I know there was a story that when I was a kid that I read that was like talking about like turning like teenage vampires, about how this older vampire refuses to do it under normal circumstances because they're so problematic. Like, imagine a teenager fucking rest of your life.
Avoid.
Like, and all the hormonal issues that come with it because they like got into like the biology of it and everything. They're like,
holy,
they're like, they're not.
This guy's just like, I do, okay, I was more thinking you just make a child character with no sexual themes to begin with, right? Like, that's more what I'm referring to. But also, it is really funny to imagine this dude just being like, I must write my dissertation on why this is not an acceptable relationship of, like, vampire teens. That's funny as fuck to me. I agree. I think that, like, that's one of the weird things about Twilight, is it being like, today I, a grown man, will romance a high school girl.
My favorite story about Twilight, and I'm not even sure this is true. Oh my god, I'm getting my ass kicked in about. Is that I just thought 50 Shades of Grey started as Twilight fanfiction.
Yeah.
This is true.
And the author for 50 Shades of Grey, funnily enough, is also like super aggressive about any form of like usage of her work in fanfiction. It's like fic for me, but not for thee.
Oh my god, dude. I just started a fight in this game, and I've been like cutting this boss, and I didn't realize I aggroed the entire district by doing so.
Are you playing Avowed?
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing are you in the district with the
can't
bugs?
remember. Yeah. I just like got Marius, and then I went to the apothecary, and I was like, hey, stop being a dick. And they were like, I'm gonna fight you, and I was like, okay, we'll fight.
And then it's
all
like,
of a sudden this big son of a bitch comes running at me.
Yeah, the leader. And then just like the entire district just suddenly has shooters out for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, this is easy. I'll just S-key away from this asshole.
Good thing is, mobs don't respawn, so once you've cleaned the district out...
Do food buffs tick down in dialogue?
I don't know, honestly. I didn't use the food buffs much until I got,
Ricochet.
like the super ones from the talent tree.
What difficulty did you play on?
Half of the dam.
Oh yeah. I've just been cooking.
Ricochet.
You're always
in
cooking
camp.
laps.
Because
High
I like that
energy.
mechanic.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like those things, crafting and like consumables in games get me. What build did you play?
I found, okay, the one that I've found the most success with has been double pistols and an Articus, or an Arquebus.
Double pistols was definitely fun. I've just been playing like one and Grimoire lately though.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think double pistols would be more fun if I did a build with more stamina
Ricochet.
or resolve, whatever the fuck it's called.
Do we time this? We might not.
Ricochet.
Fuck me, man.
High energy.
Is it weird to say that I'm kind of happy the thing that caused us not to time was that paladin dying once?
One death.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm not dead.
So are we doing 16th when I get home? Is that what I'm hearing? Without Kaze?
Mayhap.
I'll probably be down. I need to do a bit more homework. But I got one of my grades back and it made me less motivated to try, I'll be honest.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way. I was convinced that like I couldn't get an A in one of my classes, but now I only have to get a 60% on the final to get an A, and I was like, oh. My 4.0 remains intact.
You obviously need to just philosophy your way through it.
Yeah, well, that's it is my philosophy class. My other class is a fucking joke.
I'm curious to know which tank this guy plays.
The fucking paladin?
Yeah.
Y'all timed, right?
No, because he died and we were over 15 seconds.
That's hilarious.
And now he's like whining about the fact I didn't skip double hobgoblins, and it's like, I don't know, bud. Whiny baby. Frowny face.
No, I think you just lost double hobgoblins. I think that's. You
Like,
burned
that dude
time by doing the first
complained
pack.
the entire run every time I looked at chat.
now where do I...
Sorry about that.
Hey man, happens. Bro,
Eric,
what is happening?
I had my phone into my center console, and apparently the sun was hitting it, and it's so hot today that it gave me the overheating warning and shut everything out. Like shut everything
I've
off.
had that. Yeah, just having my phone in my passenger seat.
Yeah. So literally all I did was put it up to the AC for a little bit, and it was fine.
That's pretty funny.
It's just
I'm not doing that guy again.
it's just because it was in the sun. It's like oops.
I wasn't a fan of that group.
Like, who knew a black phone in a black car with the sun directly on it would get hot? No?
always forget to save when I'm playing this game.
Like, apparently, outside of my office, it was 107.
How do I open these?
Laps, I don't know if you had a chance to go through those recordings that we did yesterday. In that hallway, do you know what the fuck we were fucking up? Or even missing?
I didn't look at logs, to be honest. I
know part of it was probably not enough interrupts.
default to the idea of cast overlapping with AoE mechanics / me needing to be better.
I don't think that's entirely on you. Like, I know one of my deaths was to a void bolt at the same time as mechanics going out, which the void bolt hit me for like 6.5 million.
Yeah, there are just certain things where like I could try to get like the right premonition stacked for those, which I usually have going into the first pack, or just like be better about having shields off CD for when people get targeted by mechanics or something. But yeah, I think we're just at a point where it's like it's not as forgiving to have casts go off at the wrong time.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Comes good when you troll yourself against a full on.
I didn't look at the logs though, to be honest.
Bro,
I don't think I was logging yesterday. I think I forgot. Or I didn't update it, or load it up, whatever the fuck. I don't remember if I had my stream. If I did, I can VOD. That's what's been helpful. Like, watching Candle King and being like, oh, I had this CD at this moment and I could have used it and it would have been made life easier or something.
Yeah, checks out.
It's so hot.
Nice. Got in. Gaming, cooking, etc.
I was talking, we had to do like an in-class like group presentation, so pretty much we were just presenting something to like 4 or 5 other people. And then people were stressing about like this written assignment we have. I was honestly shocked how many people just openly said that they were going to use ChatGPT or do use ChatGPT for everything.
To ensure world mechanization. We must resist his every action.
Fucking blows my mind. Maybe I'm just
I'm
a
not
boomer.
surprised. People don't want to fucking do anything because like everything's stressful.
I've never even like gone on to ChatGPT or tried it to see what it's like. But that's partially because like it doesn't appeal to me in an academic sense, and I heard it's paid, so like I wouldn't just like fuck with it or whatever.
I think it's stupid to have something do all your thinking for you.
Well, so what's interesting, well, yeah, it goes against like my degree more so than anything, and like what I want out of school. But the state of California is giving people access to it that are like in school. And I found that really interesting. And I don't know if it's like, my conspiracy theory is that it's so they can monitor usage, but I don't know if that's true. Every written assignment I've had so far, we've had to write in Google Docs so people can track every change you make.
My phone is being weird.
We can't hear anything of that weirdness, I mean.
Well, no, I just got disconnected.
Oh.
Like I was in the middle of asking about stuff.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear you at all.
And I thought someone left, and then I looked and like, wait a minute, I'm not even connected.
It was me.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out like if part of the problem is maybe I just need to be more proactive with my defensives.
Yeah.
A little Visk.
I mean, I can communicate. One thing, I was like watching a priest do a stream, and something he did that I think could be helpful, it was specifically on Candle King, was like to communicate when people didn't need to use defensives. Because he had CDs to like shield the entire group with like fatty shields. Another thing that like I'm watching this VOD, one thing like I did is I melded a fucking what is this? The big cast in that hallway.
Yeah.
When I probably didn't need to, and then when I needed it later, I didn't have meld. And I think my positioning on the corner pack before you go down the second set of stairs to the double diffuser is just like bad. Like I need to be better so that I can set myself up in a better position to like line of sight, whatnot.
The nodes are scattered throughout the junkyard.
I do think it's easier. Sorry, go ahead.
So I probably also need to start looking at like how much healing Nature's Vigil actually ends up doing, and kind of working with you to like use that as a small like defensive for the group.
Yeah, I think it is like not insignificant because I do notice a lot of people use it in higher keys. Like it seemed like when I was watching Ellesmere play, like they have it tracked, and I wonder if they're just popping it. I mean, in higher keys you kind of have to like plan group CDs, I suppose, a bit more. I imagine, at least.
Here you go, Kaze. Here's a Tarkov stream.
So,
yeah, that's kind of what I'm imagining. Is like that's why I'm kind of like trying to figure out like when we should be popping certain things.
Yeah, I think like in Rookery specifically, like the double diffuser pack on the like attracting shadow set where I don't have barrier or something would probably be good. And it's a 1.5 minute CD, right?
Yeah, right now I'm basically just setting it on cooldown.
Yeah, I mean that's not the worst thing as a baseline, just to feel things out. I think you could. I feel like those packs each probably take like 1.5 minutes at least, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like using it during a time where like you're low on cooldowns, I think makes sense to help soften the damage like a little bit.
I am not tracking it on Omni CD either, so if I start tracking it, it might prompt me to be more aware and call for it.
Yeah, and I think it's just one of those things that as we go higher, I think it's just going to be something we need to do, not necessarily Like,
Yeah.
we might be able to get away without it, but like,
No,
there's no reason to make your life more difficult, right?
Yeah, that's like I think we've gotten better at like me calling for AMZ or rotating AMZ. It's crazy to me that that has such a like short cooldown.
Hey man. Blood
I'm
is
not
life.
complaining.
That's just the way to.
I am not complaining.
Way to be.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think I should, just for my own context, I should probably, there's some probably weak ores that I need to fiddle with and get going, including
I
probably
think
Omni CD in terms of like,
yeah,
not
definitely
necessarily
Omni
for,
CD.
and not necessarily for like, oh, what defensives other people have, but necessarily what you have available. So I know
Yeah,
if I
are
need to
you
pop something or not.
tracking kicks?
I'm not tracking anything.
Oh yeah, you should definitely. I think because at least the way this is communicated, that he prefers beam usage is to use it when no one has kicks. So I think that would be a good start.
Yeah.
And then another thing I would do is if you're gonna play with me on a disc priest consistently, I would get something that shows you when you have a shield. Like I'm a big proponent or like advocator of Cell. I think Cell's like super good. So just having a visual indicator when like, oh, I have a shield for literally my entire health, or I have a shield for half my health, so I don't need to use a meld for this cast, or
I
I
don't
don't
have
need to
something, I
pop a
probably should meld
defensive.
it.
Yeah. Like I think I make a mistake of melding sometimes when people have kicks up, and then once again it wastes like a really valuable CD.
In that hallway, I also think, obviously, we can't control bugs. The arcing
Yeah.
bolt definitely needs to be fucking LOS'd.
Yeah, it should be LOS'd every time. The safest DPS window is going to be during attracting shadows, funnily enough, because that's when we can't do the arcing void.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be dope to get a consistent 5th, but I don't know what that looks like. It'd probably be poaching a pug.
Yeah, I mean, I know some
Did you
mages
add
I
the
could speak
mage
to.
that was like horny for you for Motherload?
Oh yeah. I accepted it eventually. I have like a weirdly high amount of arcane mages. I have like a weirdly high amount of arcane and like frost mages that have like added me.
I mean, it's not a bad one considering, like, beyond haha, it's the meta comp. Like, I do think they bring good damage and utility.
Oh yeah, I mean they're just insane.
Yeah. They also give us the one thing we lack greatly is prio damage.
Love.
So.
Oh.
Oh wait, what? Oh fuck! I found the extract.
How's Tarkov treating you?
I got absolutely thunder cunted in what's it called?
He's getting
PvP.
Tarkov.
So
Yeah.
I switched to PV. I'm still getting thunder cunted. I discovered what a landmine feels like.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah,
those were
he
in
was
the
on
game,
ground
and
zero. I was
spawned
like, I
next
want to
one.
loot
Yeah.
that body.
Do you have more than one monitor, Dapper?
Yeah.
I would just pull up until you have like a better understanding of the maps, unless this goes against like your vibes and what you want out of the game.
I mean, I'll do that.
There's
like...
websites that have maps for each.
Yeah, there's like interactive maps.
How about instead you pull up my stream for viewership? Thanks.
It's just because like they've added and changed a lot of extracts and whatnot, and I honestly would not know where the extracts were.
I am in ground zero right now. Because they never played this map, so...
Well, he's played Streets. Isn't Ground Zero just Streets?
No,
I don't know.
Ground Zero is another map.
Streets fucked me up, dude.
Ground Zero, it felt like Streets.
Hello, Cross.
But are you playing this stream?
Streets was my first raid.
Dabber better have Vis's stream up because he's a fucking moderator.
Oh, are you streaming right now?
Bro.
Yeah, I did tell you.
Oh shit.
He's not a moderator. He is the moderator.
I think there's other moderators from way back when.
Are you gonna let that happen, Dapper?
Hold on.
All right,
pull it up
Dapper.
after this.
Are you gonna let the sellers go through? Or are you gonna ban them?
Never. Why is this guy?
Bro, I hate the fucking night.
Why is no one applying to this 16 Mechagon?
Oh shit! I'm on barbed wire.
They saw that you were in the key.
True.
Why didn't you
I don't
apply
know about
Blaps?
that. Because I'm playing Avowed.
I thought you were
I
studying.
thought about getting on.
They're desperate.
But I was
so
so tired. Do they need a healer?
Yeah, they need a healer and a DPS, and no one is applying.
The Robodrome.
Oh, can of peace.
I'm almost home. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure. As much as
You might be too late.
I do want that.
Oh,
Too busy
priest.
murdering people.
It'll definitely be
H2O2.
Sorry, Drazen.
Rest in Peppy.
I'm still like 20 minutes from home. I was not going to get there in time.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I was going to tell them to wait. It was either... I was just kind of seeing what they would do, you know?
No, I get you. I was just sort of memeing.
Bro, where's the
It's
weapon
like they need
card?
a healer and DPS. They need me in laps.
Hot fixes. Lintel Sprocket now sends players to a slightly different location for the Extreme Transit One-Armed Bandit shortcut within the Galagio. Okay. Sure, I guess.
I still don't know where the Sprocket shortcut is to get back to the beginning.
I have to ask every time which is which.
To get back from Sprocketmonger, we just use the Galagio rewards card that we have from Renown.
Okay, I have an event question to this.
See, I didn't know that.
I might have an event answer. What's up?
Is there a way to control your companions so they don't just run off and fight random people and die?
Control your companions.
Like, can you
Have
put
you
them on
tried taking
passive?
out the gat?
I mean, they don't... It's not like they
Oh,
die.
fuck.
They
That was
just
a
go
scav.
unconscious anyways.
I mean, they get knocked down and then they're useless when I actually need
Do
them.
they get up again?
What? God damn it, Vince, you beat me to it.
I don't know. I wouldn't even rely on them to begin with. Like,
Well, I don't, but it's just nice to have Kai for like a stunt or
like
something.
either that or just get invisibility because it makes you invulnerable. I'm pretty sure. Like, it doesn't actually make you just invisible. I'm pretty sure you don't take
I
damage
didn't
from
even know
enemies.
that was a thing.
I'll
be honest.
If you get invisibility, you can go around and you can resurrect companions without it breaking.
Is that like a potion or a spell or both?
It's just one of the spells.
Interesting. I don't think I haven't seen it. I don't know if I'm level.
Leave it to the DM to find out how to break games.
I forgot I got a new spell that I
Yeah,
haven't fucking
that's just how I am.
though. Invisible.
Oh, weapon parts. Morphine.
But they're not.
Oh, no, not again.
Okay, I gotta extract, bro. I'm too much of a pussy. I gotta run.
Oh, is it a ranger thing?
I can't stop. I can't stop. I gotta go. If I see anyone scav or American, I'll gun him down.
Censoring himself in live action. Are you a bear? I mean, according to some people.
No, I'm USMC. Because I picked the side that it's like, I'm American, so I'm going to pick the one that has US.
There's a one voice for USEX that is just the best.
Patrick, is it? Because I use Patrick.
I'm pretty sure it's Chris. I could be wrong.
There's one guy who just sounds like all like... Some guy just got gunned down with a pistol. There's one guy that's just like, oh, like he sounds all nasally and shit. It's like, okay, bro.
Well, one of the voices is like a fucking
shit
dude who's.
I agree with what he just said.
Oh, I found a landmine that killed me.
2, 1.
Well, the fix worked for all of one day.
Oh no.
So
What was
I
your
guess I'm
fix?
gonna.
The driver thing and reinstall.
No, I brought it back to the 6th. I did a system restore point on the 6th.
We need to infiltrate
I'm gonna
the
deafen
city
for a bit
itself,
while I do this,
and that means passing through
because I don't want to get too distracted.
the Robodrome.
Don't get me wrong, I like hearing everyone speak, but it can make it a little hard to focus on the key.
Surface dwellers have unwittingly stumbled into the arena.
Too far away.
A word of caution to anyone sitting in the splash zone. Watch out for blood!
Get closer. And out of range. Too far away.
If you're wondering why I pulled the rocket pack late despite it not adding any extra bombs, my my philosophy on it is sort of this. I think that doing 5 kicks isn't that unreasonable in a pug. Or like preventing all of them from casting isn't that unreasonable. I think that whenever there's a bunch of shit jumping on you from every direction, it becomes a lot more difficult and a lot less consistent. So I could Gamba. It is not my key, so sure I wouldn't be losing much, but let's be honest, I would rather treat every key like it's one that I'm not gonna get another chance at for a while, because playing Blood sometimes I don't. I forgot to swap to Sanguination again, which is pretty cringe, but hey. Is what it is.
To introduce them to the legends of the Tussle Tonks Arena! The Platinum Pummeler! And no mercy for you!
The city's entrance is located just past this arena. You must hold your ground until we can clear a path to it.
No sweat, pal! I'm putting 20 large on no mercy!
Dodge.
Hey,
AoE.
wait. Won't we be dead?
If I can't bet on a sure thing, then I ain't really living!
Dodge. AoE. Charge. Remove plating. AoE. Dodge. Bait. AoE. Charge. Remove plating.
I could have been a little quicker on getting that platinum plating down. Killing Spree continues to be one of the most troll abilities in the game.
Dodge. Bait. Charge. AoE. Remove plating. Dodge. Bait.
The game froze.
AoE. Charge. AoE.
Kind of awkward for that to happen, but hey.
Dodge. Remove plating. Bait.
gonna reload while it's just tank frontal happening. Okay, well, I'm hoping my game will allow me to play. Chilling, it's fine.
I don't have a target. I need a target.
It left me, bro.
I'm out of range. Get closer. Too far away.
Game. You left me to die!
I need to get closer. I'm out
Yes?
of range.
I'm not really in a good spot to check. But it is, on this character, at least a couple of months.
Too far away. Out of range.
No, at least a couple of months. Yes. This character has played 161 days.
Too far away.
Everybody lives.
Sick 'em, boy!
Fox incoming. Find safe spot.
Should have walked you earlier.
Get dispelled. Fox incoming. Leap.
Playtime!
Find safe spot.
Unfortunate. Okay, good.
Get dispelled. Fox incoming. Lead.
Playtime!
Get dispelled. Find safe spot.
Should have walked you earlier.
Go ahead and AMS now, so I can reduce his cooldown as much as possible.
Fox incoming. Lead.
Playtime!
Get dispelled. Find safe spot.
Should have walked you earlier.
Get dispelled. Fox incoming. Lead.
Playtime!
Find safe spot.
Should have walked you earlier.
Average neurotic priest.
Fox incoming. Lead.
Playtime!
Get dispelled.
You monster! It'll take me weeks to rebuild him.
So yeah, I don't need to do any of that. Let's see. Warning! Warning!
Warning! Excessive levels of flesh detected.
Attention, citizens! Please remain in your domiciles. Guards are currently en route to quell the disturbance.
The blood is life.
You dismantled a few of my lesser inventions. Let us see how you fare against something more advanced.
I'm gonna hold ANZ for just a little bit here, and then we'll cast it whenever middle guy puts out his arcane zap.
AoE.
So, okay, he didn't do it first this time. Oh, it's because of Curse of Thumbs. Interesting. Nice little infliction of sorrow there.
So, you possess a modicum of skill. It will prove insufficient against my newest prototype.
Frontal. Frontal. Find safe spot. Frontal. 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 Find safe spot.
This is a pretty chill boss, or pretty chill mob. I guess I would probably describe it as like a cooldown pack.
Frontal.
Like, it hurts a little bit, but not nearly as much as the guys before it, you know.
Frontal.
Sparklux! The invaders have made it past the outer defenses! I want their stench removed from my city!
I have activated all civic defenses, my king. Rest assured, these organisms will be expunged from our metropolis.
That guy fucking, like, walking.
Do not allow these bots to detect you. Remaining within the steam will shield you from their sensors.
That's some H. Rogue didn't even distract. You distracted too early, bro. My bad. I shouldn't have said anything. Ignore that kick.
Shield. Shield.
Welcome to my garden, trespassers!
Subblade
You
incoming.
could use a drink
Swap.
to your bloom.
Avoid.
If you can't handle the heat, stay out of my garden!
Subblade
You could
incoming.
use a trim!
Avoid.
Holy fuck, he's alive? The fuck? How much HP did he just go through?
Avoid.
Caliber! I'll just
Subblade
take a
incoming.
little off the top. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of my garden!
Avoid. Subblade incoming. Avoid. Swap.
Eat your bloom!
Beam. Subblade incoming.
Off the top.
Bro,
Avoid. Subblade
You could
incoming.
use a trim!
Avoid. Swap.
Eat your bloom! this your burn notice?
Saw blade incoming.
Off the top.
Avoid. Avoid. Saw blade incoming.
Off the top.
Swap.
Eat your plume.
Frontal. Frontal. Frontal.
Definitely not comfortable with the amount of deaths we've had here, but I think we'll be okay.
Frontal. Frontal. Frontal.
We can commandeer that transport to access Mechagon's tower.
Frontal.
So, my misguided son returns. I'm impressed you made it this far.
You are no longer my father. Just a malfunctioning machine that must be shut down.
Poor child. If only you could accept the truth. The curse of flesh has run rampant across Azeroth, and I will replace it with mechanical purity.
Shield. AoE.
Out of range.
AoE. Shield.
I need to get closer.
AoE. AoE.
I don't have a target.
Shield. AoE.
Too far away.
AoE.
I'm impressed you made it this far.
Shield. AoE. AoE.
We got some pretty good cryo damage. There's a good chance we can do this.
AoE.
Witness perfection.
False charging.
You
Frontal.
cannot elude my targeting system.
False charging.
You
Frontal.
cannot elude my targeting systems.
Balls charging. Run out.
Activating thrusters.
Beam.
You
Frontal.
cannot elude my targeting systems.
Balls charging.
You
Frontal.
cannot elude my targeting systems.
Balls charging. Run out.
Activating thrusters.
Beam.
You
Frontal.
cannot elude my targeting systems.
Balls charging.
You
Frontal.
cannot elude my
I'm gonna
targeting
eat this for
systems.
some runic power. As a
Balls
treat.
charging.
Jump around like a little bit of a silly Billy.
Run out.
Activating thrusters.
Take off.
Beam.
And it's on the road, unfortunately. So the way that we want to handle,
Cannot elude my targeting systems.
dude, the fucking ability needs to be
Balls
removed.
charging.
Why? Why does it do that? Not normal. It's just not right.
You
Frontal.
cannot elude my targeting systems.
Run out.
Activating thrusters.
Beam.
Hey, that's
Phasing.
P1.
You think you have defeated me? Ha! Fools! All you have done is
Is dismantle a piece of furniture.
You wish to test my true ordnance? I will happily oblige. All power
Frontal.
to weapons.
Frontal. Frontal.
Magnetic
That gives that
grapples
first, bro.
engaged.
Pull.
Cannon
Frontal.
fully charged.
Frontal. Frontal.
All power
Frontal.
to weapons.
Frontal. Frontal.
I'm hoping.
Magnetic grapple engaged.
Pull.
Cannon
Frontal.
fully charged.
Brother, please.
Frontal. Frontal.
Remove the ability from the game, please.
All power
Frontal.
to weapons.
Frontal. Frontal.
Magnetic grapple
Okay.
engaged.
Pull.
non go to hell.
Frontal.
Fuck me, man.
Well done.
BG.
The mecha
Another
originator
golden
has been
snore.
destroyed. And so has my father. You have
Does anyone
my
actually
gratitude,
use
hero.
those?
Know that King Mechagon's vision of the world is not one my people share. We must now focus on rebuilding. But if you ever require our assistance, you need only request it.
Puts me at 2410. Not bad. Or 3410, that is. Last 16 I need is a Cinder Brew. All that for a drop of IO. $3,400. That's the first time I've ever gotten that high. I think I may actually take my win and go play some Battlegrounds with my friend. GG's.